Is mad that they nachos. Shout out my vatos. Shout out the hoes that's watching me like my vatos. Click, on them.
Yeah, this is your boy LaRon, Female Rapper Lee. I'm back with another video. Please make sure that you comment and thumbs up this video. Please make sure that you hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you have my videos or my lives in your possession each and every time I go live. Listen, I don't give a fuck if it's Friday. People, listen, let me tell you something, right? You could say it's a slow news day for anybody, but I always got something to talk about. And one thing that I start holding myself accountable for is that, like, say, for example, this topic that I want to talk about, I wanted to talk about this on Tuesday, but guess what? I was too busy. I had other shit to do. So I'm going to touch on when I want to touch on it. So just, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep it going. Like, and I know how to talk. So that's at the end of the day, like, I always have something to talk about. Always. Like, I never get, there's always something to talk about. It just depends on how creative you are. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, I want to talk about Cardi B and Ice Spice tension. That Met Gala shit. Like, let me tell you something, right? It's just a lot of confusion. Hold on. Wait a minute. Why did this shit say my shit is on airplane mode on my computer? That don't make no sense. Oh, you trying to fuck with my sound. See, hold on. They trying to fuck with my sound. Let me know if you can hear me. That's weird. Hold on a second. Can you hear me? Why the fuck this shit was on airplane mode? Hold on a second. Got him like, uh-oh. I'm about to do my little cleaner cleanse. I always do that cleanse like once a year, but I'm really about to stop smoke. Like, don't this shit. I am for real. Like, I know I've been saying it for the past probably like a few months, but you know how it is when you're in the loop. When you're in that Charlotte's web, when you're in the web, it's just like, let me tell you how smoking is when you're a person who smokes, right? It starts to be a part of everything that you do. Like, you see how I'm talking and I'm broadcasting. I'll be like, good. I know that I'm going to go live and I know I'm going to have me a blunt too. So it'll just be like, and I think back to my history of smoking. I always remember going to work, whether I went to the gym after or came home, get settled or whatever, and I just had my little computer time and I had my little blunt. So it's kind of like it's kind of like something that you used to, but you can break it. I believe in discipline. So, and I've done it before. Like shit, I remember I stopped smoking for like 6 years and I started smoking again. I remember it's like, when did I stopped for like 6 years and then I started smoking again. I got back in the loop-de-loo. And then, sometimes it's just hard to get out of Charlotte's web, but you got to get out of Charlotte's web because, yeah. Love you, LeBron, my brother. Have a good weekend. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. Kiss K, yes, I can hear you. What's up, AAW? What's up, Tamara? We can hear you. Hottie Sally. Let's see. Itsy Bitsy. What's up, Lola? Yeah, so I wanted to talk about that. So, Cardi B and also Scarlip and Cardi B. Like, I have an opinion on that, but I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm still like a human being, and I just like, I appreciate people, but I have to give my opinion on the female rap side of it, of how like I feel and how something could look. But I mean, it could look a number of ways to different people. But I definitely want to talk about that. Also, Nicki Minaj, as it relates to like the album bundles and shit like that, I think Nicki could really benefit from that. We're gonna talk about that as well. So let's see. Exactly. What's up, Jay? The best rap song of 2023 still. That's my favorite song that she released this year, even from the Princess Diana remix. That's my favorite one. What's up, Trendy? What's up, Brit? You haven't smoked in 3 weeks? That's good. That's good. It starts to be like, it's just like coming home for work now for me. I come home and, whenever I get home, it's just like that's a part of my, settling down. But last night I didn't smoke and I felt good this morning. Sometimes I'm gonna be honest with you. You know why I really want to smoke? Number one, it's not healthy for you for the long run. And then number two, like, um, I just don't want to be spending my money on that. Like, I don't want to turn around and be like, damn, I spent XYZ. Now I got to put a cap on that shit. And you got to have some discipline. So I'm about to enact that all over again. So, yeah. And I got things that I want to get done. So I don't need to be running to no, you know what I'm saying? That Scarlett video was embarrassing. Losing your mind over a Latina. Oh, we going to get into it. We going GET. Notice how, like, no, we ain't even gonna bring her up because she in the title. And I know that people, you know what's so crazy? When I do be saying BIGLTTO, I know that some people they hate it, right? But then I get so many people who love it. Hold on. So it really doesn't matter if you don't like it. Like so many people, like let me tell you something, and maybe this is a word of advice of maybe something that will help a woman out, right? What I noticed just from our survey from being around women a lot is that y'all care too much and you seek validation too much. And I don't know if that's just the way that men are wired or whatever the case may be. Like one of my coworkers, right? I helped her multiple times this week and gave her instructions. And I don't know if she do this to be funny to the leadership, but she asks the same questions over and over. And in my mind, I'm going to do a little self diagnosis. I think she asks these questions to make it seem like, oh, she's always asking questions and she's always just clarifying. But you don't realize how weak that make you look. It's like they like people who self starters and they kind of like, you keep asking the same questions over and over. And I thought to myself, like, that shit was mad simple. And it was to the point where I was like, you know how you do a little self assessment. I said, let me mind my business. I didn't say anything. But then she even said to her, she said, oh my God, she was like, I called you over here and if I would have just took 2 seconds, yeah, you should have just thought about it. So many people just, they don't really, you got to really just rely on yourself. Like, you'll figure it out. You will figure it out. Like, let me tell you something. The way that my mind is just like a tree of thoughts. Like, like say I'm thinking about something. Like a lot of people is like this though, but the people who are aware. But like, say you thinking about something. Like I be telling her shit like, yo, search your email. She'd be like, yo, she was like, what happened to that extra life insurance that we had offered? I said, search your email. We got it from corporate. Search life insurance and search corporate in the email. She's like, oh my God, you're so right. Boom. Like some people, you just got to use I'm about using everything that I know about and like to the extent, like, you know what I'm saying? But I do notice that a lot, not with every woman though, because a lot of women like, they be on their shit. But with her, she just needs that reassurance all the time. Like, um, I was doing this and oh, if I would have just took 2 seconds, yeah, they're gonna start getting annoyed with you. I'm the type of person, I don't ask questions. I take the notes and I keep notes of shit. They respect people who do that. Like I'm telling you, they didn't give you these pamphlets and shit for you. They didn't give you a workflow to follow for you to not work to follow it. These people be crazy. Utilize your resources. I can't jam that in your head enough. Use it. You utilize your resources. They respect you for that. They'd be like, damn, you really took the time. So I be dying when you say that. Yeah, you got me saying sunken eye. Yeah, I didn't even say that. Why y'all say? Oh, you talking about B.I.G. LA, TTO. It's been quiet for Big Lotto, no motto. It's been quiet for Big Lotto. You know what? I think the universe spanked that ass because she really thought that she was gonna come. Hold on a second. Let me give me a second. She thought that she was gonna have this plan, this plot to come and like try to beef with Nicki, drop that song Lottery. And she thought Lottery was gonna take off and that she was gonna eat Nicki and put her in her place and be like, bitch, I'm winning. Big Energy is falling off, but I got a new pop song that's gonna go to the top and be this huge sample, whatever the case may be. And none of that shit completely backfired on your ass. It just backfired. And it's like now you on tour with no song that's playing on radio. So it's like that's crazy to me. That is really crazy. Let's visit the radio charts real quick. Let's see what's going over in this motherfucker. All right, let's go here and see what is going on from the bottom to the top. Uh, I see Bia. I'm that bitch. She still ain't cracked top 100 all radio. I hope Doechii is way up. I hope when I look up because I know Nicki is getting close to the top too. So okay, Bia gained 100,000 radio. Ice Spice and Nicki, they gained 100,000. They had 7 million overall radio. Damn, how much is it to get in the top 10? I mean, the top 100. Oh, so that's at 11 million. So she got about another 4 million to even crack it. Let's see. You see how this works? It's like this is the. So is Doechii? Or is Doechii? Did she make it? Hold on a second. I hope Doechii made it to overall radio. That would be so dope. Hold on a second. Princess Diana. Okay, so that's charting across the board. Yup. We need more radio play and we deserve more than that. It's starting to pick up on radio though, but it's like, damn, give us the fucking million updates for 5 or 6 days straight, bitches. Just like how you give these fucking losers. I hate that shit. Look at Doechii. She grown. I'm happy for her. I can't wait till she debut on the charts. She's number 96 all radio. And she's on 2 platforms, which is probably urban and rhythmic. She need to add that to pop radio. Yep, she doing good. I hope Dochi's song continues to rise, and I hope that that feeds love into Persuasive, and she just blows up all over again. So, yeah, that's a definitely a good sign. I'm happy she made it and she cracked top. Because when did this song? Listen, this song came out at the time that didn't this come out the same week that Red Ruby came out? Yeah, she dropped the same week as Nicki. Excuse me, I believe. Or was it the week? Or was it the week after? You let me know in the comments. I think it was the same week, but yeah, you know, she's a smaller artist, but I mean, shit, Nicki should still have more than 17 million on Red Ruby. She should have more than 17 million radio impressions on Red Ruby. Come on. Hopefully, it continues to grow throughout the summer and everything as the, you know, people still streaming it, like it's still doing good in streams. So that's dope. Nicki has a lot of songs that's playlisted on Spotify from what I was seeing. So yeah, that's that. Where's I know In Her Mood. I know that was up here too. Oh, How's Boys a Liars doing? Is that still climbing? Pink Panthers. Oh, she numbered 9. How did what was the Billboard Hot 100 this week? Let me bring that up. Give me a second. Billboard Hot 100. Kill Bill dropped. Okay. Oh, Boys a Liar went up. She's still top 10. So even though she, you know, come on, you know that we don't have the radio play that these people in the top have. All these people in the top 10 have major radio play. Like, so come on, if a song don't have that, of course we're gonna do. If we would have did the same, you know, sales the next week, of course we probably would have been number 1, probably shit, because shit, we probably could have. But come on, you know, people go the hardest the first week, and it's also continual support. But you know, this over a span of time. Hold on a second, this should keep popping on, you know, my damn nerves. All right, so Coil Ray Players. Oh, she peaked at number 9 with Players. Yo, that's crazy how Miguel Short thing is just doing his thing like that. That is fucking crazy. This is an old ass song, number 15 on the Hot 100. You could bet that, never gotta stress that. You could bet that, never gotta stress that. Okay, so we went from number 4 to number 29, and I think it's gonna rise this week because we've been getting a little bit of radio play this week. Like we've been getting a little decent radio play, so I'm hoping that next week it rises. Was there any predictions? Let me go to. Give me a second. Let me go to Hot 100 predictions. Because we're starting to get radio play now. Taylor's. Where the hell? I want to see like if there's any predictions on. Let's see. Well, this ain't all of the songs of us. I wonder where Princess Diana is. That's what I'm trying to look for. I'm praying this petition will come to 17 work hard for this album. I want to see what Princess Diana is gonna do. Whatever. So let's move away from that. Let me cue this up so I could go into how I feel about this Scarlip situation. Give me a second. Let me go to her page on the side. But yeah, please make sure that you thumbs up this video. Most of all, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? This is a late night live. I wanted to go live earlier, but I just wanted to just relax after work. I went to like GNC and got all of my stuff for like my cleanse. And yeah, I'm about to do it. So give me a second. So yeah, Cardi B. So, you know, her and Ice Spice, they was both at the Met Gala. And what I was just really surprised about, because Ice Spice and Cardi B had linked up before with, now let me know if you feel like if I'm off by saying this, but they linked up before. And I feel like most of all, Scarlip, she's from the Bronx and Ice Spice is from the Bronx. You mean to tell me that Ice Spice was at her first Met Gala and there is no pictures of her and Cardi B? That is just weird to me. It's weird. It is weird to me. And it makes me feel as though that Cardi B is jealous of the whole Princess Diana shit. Like, I think that's some sort of like, it's some sort of, if Cardi is doing that, it's some sort of like torment, because how you got pictures with all these other people, and we talking about somebody who's from the Bronx, and you hung out with, I mean, not saying she hung out personally with her, but you was out in the club with this girl and you was standing next to her and all of that. So it's like, I feel like this. Now let me know if you think I'm wrong. I feel like on as it goes for Cardi, like, let me just, I'm kind of just saying like how I would be. Now, she fucked around. She mingled with Ice Spice before. She's at the Met Gala. It would have took nothing for you to say, you know what, I'm proud of you. Like doing your thing or whatever. You ain't even have to comment on Princess Diana directly, but it's just been like, the Bronx is in the building or some shit like that. It's like, where was the? I didn't see it. Were there any pictures of Cardi and Ice Spice that I missed or anything like that? Because that shit is just kind of throwing me for a loop. These is two Bronx girls, right? You was loving it when you did the Munch remix and all of that, but it's just like no Met Gala pics and the gowns and nothing. I mean, you at this event with another girl from the Bronx. She's from Fordham Road, and y'all ain't got no pictures to say no Bronx captions and nothing. It's just weird to me. I don't know. It's very weird. She did not. She did that Munch remix and she was mad. You met me? I never know you. That shit throws me for a loop still. Hold on a second. You met me, I never knew you. Like, I was like, yo. So that didn't see the light of day. But do you honestly think about it for a second? I think that Cardi does feel a way towards Ice Spice. She ain't gonna say nothing about it, but you did the song. Did Cardi expect her? Did she expect that she was gonna be on Princess Diana remix? I mean, you can't hold it down like that. I honestly feel bad for the people, and this is why I want to go into this whole Scarlet thing. Honestly, wait, let me make sure that I position Cardi into Ice Spice. Yeah, I can't I just really feel like it's weird. And I feel like people might be like, oh, you being messy. No, it's just you're just making mental notes and we're just brainstorming. It's just commentary. This is what it is. Just like the Asian doll fans, they got mad at me because I said I liked her new song Fix Up. And it was like, oh, you're fake. And then they took some tweet that I posted months ago when I was saying she was on New York Dick Rider, whatever the case may be. Yes, I still do feel like that, but y'all know on this channel I played her music before. Every time when she dropped music, I listen to it to see, oh, if I like it or if I don't like it. If I do like it, I'm gonna give it credit. I am. That's just who I am. And then the one thing that these people want to do, they want to keep you in their prisons of preponderance. Like if I say something today, if I say like, you know what, Lola Brooke, I ain't been liking the music. What if she drops some shit tomorrow where I feel like, oh shit, she switched her voice up. She did something different. The song is dope. The beat is like everything compliments, right? I didn't really execute my thought in my video. I started talking about it because when I listened back to it, that's what I want to say about Lola Brooke. When I said she be listening, because she said in her interview, she said in her newer songs that she's going to do, she's going to start doing her voice in different ways. Please do that. Please. Please. You don't have to do that Foxy Brown bass all the time. That's the thing that fucked Malibu Mitch up. They come in with that deep shit all the time. It's like y'all follow Barbie and y'all like Nicki. And it's like y'all don't hear the inflection in her voice and she know how to do hood shit, professional Barbie shit, clean it up. Like, come on. Why y'all doing this to your career? You gotta know how to do this shit. You got record deals. See, a lot of these people, and this is why I say I get scared for people like Scarlip. I observed her in some of her lives and stuff, and then she was answering questions from people. I was asking her questions like, "Yo, I understand like the connection of being from the Bronx, but I just don't get how any female rapper could know that Cardi don't write her lyrics and just be so thrilled by it. Like the Bronx connection, I could get it. And let me tell you something. I had a conversation with one of my friends, and she told me that when she had like, she said she had a chance like back in the early 2000s to like hang out with like Little Kim and like Mary J. Blige. She was like, it was at some sort of fight in Vegas, and she said, you know what I noticed from hanging around celebrities, that it didn't matter what they was doing in the industry. Everybody was just happy for each other and happy that they made it. They didn't really care about like what the fans would like talk about or whatever the case may be. So, um I don't know. It could be a proud thing, like, oh, Cardi is from the Bronx. Like, I could understand that part of it, but it's just like, how could you be a female rapper? Mostly, like 99% of the female rappers out of New York mention Nicki. Most of them, all of them, they do. It's like, how could you? It's like it's just weird to me. But then I understand that people times are changing. People are, I mean, who am I? Honestly, this is just a brainstorm, but it's like you can't tell anybody who to like. But to me, it's just a little weird. And Cardi, she trying to eat that shit up because she mad at Ice Spice because Ice Spice is on Nicki with the Princess Diana clean video, untouched faces in the video. No augmentation. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's really upset by it because I don't understand how Cardi, being from the Bronx, you got some of this Bronx unity and all of this, right? But you had this new female rapper at the Met Gala. I would have said, let me tell you something, right? I would be like this, and I would tell you this. Sometimes we get envious or whatever, as long as you ain't trying to hurt nobody, whatever. But you can see somebody and be motivated, like, I need to do better or whatever the case may be. You don't got to hate on them or nothing like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could like, I don't know if I used the right word, but you ever see somebody like, damn, like I need to be, I need to step my shit up, whatever, right? Um, I think that Cardi should have made it her business to be like, girl, let's get a picture. She didn't even have to mention. She's like, I think it's dope. You're doing your thing. Let's get a picture. The Bronx is in the building. She could have ate that shit up in the stories because everybody been like, oh, Cardi's with Ice Spice. Like, see, the fans make it. Nope. Cardi made sure that she kept herself separate because she really in her feelings. Telling you, energy says it all. She should have made it. They should have made it their way to each other. And maybe Ice Spice, I don't know how she was feeling either. Maybe there's some, how things go in the industry. Words travel. People say things between camps. The word could be out right now that it's up for Ice Spice when Cardi see her because how she put her on the remix. I'm telling you, Cardi probably. And the crazy thing about it is, for a person who don't write music, how would you feel so entitled like that? Like, nah. I could picture Cardi saying, "You ain't from the Bronx, yo. How you put that? You ain't from the Bronx. You ain't from the Bronx." I could picture that. Ice is getting bigger endorsements than Botch B. What does that tell you? Why Cardi doing McDonald's and Walmart? I had to today. I was driving to work, and a thought came across my mind, and I don't know why, but it seems as though when you think about some shit, the shit be plain to see, and you be trying to like, you might not look at it. Why is it when you go on Walmart, they always got that fucking toasted sub place in McDonald's, and then when you go on Starbucks, when you go on Target, they got Starbucks. Who do you think that Walmart thinks that their targeted audience is, and who do you think that who do you think Walmart thinks their targeted audience is, and who do you think Walmart think? What do you think they think of is the deeper question. It's psychological. What do you think that they think of the people who shop at Walmart to put a place where you could get your French fries and your chicken nuggets or your toasted sub? You know what I'm saying? What do they think of the people? Why doesn't Walmart have a Starbucks? Do you think that they think the people who shop at Walmart don't value Starbucks? You understand what I'm saying? Like, that shit is deep. Yeah. Yeah. They tried to get Ice on the carpet to say she went to work with Cardi. She said Nicki anyways. Exactly. Scarlip looked rough. I was observing her in her live. She kind of like she has like a deep voice, like one of my cousins who live upstate. Actually, both of these sisters, that's my cousins. Like, a lot of girls in New York got that, and she's brown skin chocolate, just like them. And one thing that kind of reminded me, she kept saying, like, 'cause, in New York, people always, a lot of people say this. So when I heard her say it, you got to realize I'm living in Houston now. So it's like, I don't just dislike the girl because she likes Cardi. Let's make that clear. This is why I didn't want to do an upload on this. And I don't care how many views it gets, but I just want to make sure that, like, being clear, I don't dislike the girl because of that, but I do think that it's just a little distant. She's a little disingenuous. I don't understand how a person could see and hear the skill of Nicki, hear Nicki's skill and just be like Cardi. But I could see where you could be like, we from the Bronx, she killed it, whatever the case may be. She put on XYZ, whatever, right? But the sad thing about it is this is the flip part of it. Let me go to her page. The flip part of it is like, and I don't want to deter anybody, but when you look at people like Doja Cat, all right, Doja is getting it, but you can't say the game is truly colorism, because why ain't Bia blowing up? Bia dropped a song a few weeks ago and she like, yeah, hold on a second. Lola Brooke, it's her new song. I don't even see that that's charting on the bubble and under part of the radio. Let me check that. Let me make sure. Let me be quiet. Are they playing her new song? Nope. And you know, her song came out last week. Typically, your song hits this area. If you are an artist and you making any type of noise, it took Doechii maybe about a few days to hit here once after What It Is came out, but it took a minute to even get here. So it took a minute to her to get to 96. She been on the song. You see what I'm saying? 97 days. 96 days. She been there. It took her 96 days to get from down here. Ain't that crazy? Why? When Cardi releases a song on Friday, Saturday you see an update like some 5 million. Then the next day, Cardi don't stay down here, and you know that she ain't better than none of the bitches that we talking about. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a stack. Cardi don't live down here for a long time. She don't. She drop a song and she getting 5 million, 5 million, 5 million. Before you know it, she's 50. She's up in the top, and she don't deserve that. And she's not better than anybody. And a person who don't write their music is just like, why do you think it's like, oh, that's what I wanted to connect with Scarlip. You'll be inspired by a Cardi and think that, oh, I'm inspired by her. Cardi did this, and you don't realize it's a whole movement behind her. It's not organic, in my opinion. It's a whole movement behind her, and you think that you're going to get signed and you're going to get the same things. It's like you're going to have to work 10 times harder. Now, I will say I watched a lot of her videos and I did like a lot of her messages, and I thought that it was deep. So I ain't just like, going to throw her in the trash can because, she's giving Cardi praise. I did like some of the stuff that she was saying, and I felt like she had some good, like, poetic type of rhymes. So let me click on this.
System. I was taught to hate myself, raised in a black home. If you talk back, they grab the belt. I was jumping house from house. You don't know how that made me feel. 2 years later, grabbed the knife. I was ready to kill myself. You don't know shit about my life. Stop saying that you care. Where was you at when he was touching me? None of y'all was there. Where was you at when my mother died? None of y'all was there. Where was you at when I was hopeless? None of y'all was there. I used to have this spark in me. You see, they took that glow in me. Want me to tell you about my life without you even knowing me? I'm facing this world on my own. I ain't afraid to be alone. Mama died when I was 12. Ever since then, I had to be grown. Ain't no happy ending. Ain't no happiness for me. To my uncle, I want to rap. He told me that was just a dream, and dreams don't come true for black girls that look like me. So therapists, please tell me, what do you see when you look at me? Do you see a future, or do you see a curse? I've been trying my best. I always seem to do my worst. My family don't love me. My brother won't even hug me. My sister been acting funny. It's like ain't nobody for me. Like the world is out to get me. It's like the world is out to get me.
Yeah, so I liked it. I like that. I thought that was cool. So let's just work it down with some of her stuff.
I hated being dark-skinned. You don't even know what it's like in our skin. Never telling how we feel, we keep it locked in. We only pretty if we naked on the gram. Yeah, that's what the blogs did. Black in America is hard. They tell us to be quiet and to swallow all our pride. I know that society and never think I'm pretty. So when you say I'm pretty for a black girl, them type of words offend me. Straighten out my hair because these raps never fit me. Looking in the mirror make me feel like I'm not pretty. I hate the skin of men. I was ashamed of saying black. I said I was African. They said I laughed behind my back. I ain't asking for this color. Asked for all this hate. I ain't asked to be mistreated and judged by my race. I was down so bad. Even tried to bleach my skin because I'm angry. I hate the girl he made me deep within, but I just want to be pretty. I just want you to love me. Why can't you give me a chance without you trying to misjudge me? Because I ain't the angry black girl you think that I am. I'm harmless. Why can't you understand? I'm intelligent. I could do the things that you can. I just want to be pretty. I just want you to love me. Why can't you give me a chance without you trying to misjudge me? I ain't the angry black girl you think that I am. I'm intelligent. I could do the things that you can. Why can't you understand?
I thought that was cool. I like the message behind it. I'm not like a simple person who just gonna be on some shit like, oh, you just done. Like she didn't come out and say anything. Of course, like I was saying on Twitter in regards to the Asian doll shit. Like they're like, oh, you saying this, but you said this. Yeah, I did say that, and it's not that I'm not standing on what I said, but I can also say that, oh, I heard this song by Asian and it was good. People want to hold you to your past so bad. Don't let people hold you as a prisoner to what you said. Now, I can see if you said some shit. Now, if you say some shit like you wish death on a person or you wish that they fail or some shit like that, I don't even say that about Cardi. I don't even say that. But it's like I could see if you said something like that, and it's just like, okay, but if I said like, no, like if you have a right to your opinion. Yeah, so that was that video. And then there's also another video. Let me play this one before we move forward.
Auntie, do you ever think somebody cared for me? You promise you won't leave? You promise you'll be here for me? Why you steady kick me out? You said you're gonna be here for me. Every time I need you, why you disappear on me? I'm scared to go to school because they think that I got herpes. If only they knew it was my brother that had hurt me. Y'all saying that y'all care, but y'all ain't give a shit about me. Now I'm heading to the top. I bet you should have never doubt me. But damn, brother, how could you do me this way? Since I can't say this face to face, here's what I gotta say. It was about 10 o'clock when you left me on the street. Lip busted so bad, blood covering my sneak. Mouth swollen for a week, man, I couldn't even speak. I remember waking up screaming, can somebody help me? You hit me so hard and on the streets is where you left me. It's hard to be happy when I see what life has dealt me. My soul is getting cold and my heart is getting empty. You hurt me so bad, man, you hurt me to the core. How you leave me on the streets? I was just a little girl, but now I gotta tighten up. I gotta save these little girls.
I like that message. All right. So she's here with Remy Ma. I think, is this a video shoot? This was today. Okay, so she's with Remy Ma. I'm conceited, got a reason. I guess they on some sort of video shoot. French Montana. Jada Kiss. Was that a show or something? I'm conceited, got a reason. What did they have? Did they have a show? Somebody said Remy need to get on that track. Not Cardi. Remy would be perfect on the New York remix. Yeah, she would. Official energy, at least I would say that. Y'all know that, like, I don't hate Remy because her and Nicki went through it. And most of all, I could hope that y'all, like, for the real ones who can understand and process shit logically, the emotionally mature and people who could get it. Like, imagine me telling you and giving like breakdowns of saying like how I grew up and I loved like, and it's like I don't even hate Little Kim, but I was a fan of Remy Ma and Nicki. I was a fan of Foxy Brown and Remy Ma. That's who I love for female rappers. I felt like Foxy gave me everything in the sex appeal way, and then she could still spit like a nigga. But Remy was just like different. She was like the girl next door who I went to school with, who said little slick shit like "I'll smack that bitch" and all of this type of shit. So I really liked her vibe. So I felt like I was fed between them. And then when Nicki came, it was like the cherry on top. So just because Nicki and Remy went at it, to me to just flip on and be like, no, I liked her before. If anything, you would think that that's fake. If I just know. And I already told you how I felt about that. Both of them played their part in that. And it wasn't just one track that just caused it all. Remy started, I don't know. I think Remy did started with Nicki. But at the end of the day, right? Remy did say in prison that she was like, oh, was Nicki dissing me on that song? She was like, I'm going to get you back. So she came home. She was on her mixtape. And I felt like she made this song and she was kind of like sending shots. I thought that was it. But then it just kept continuing. It was the remix. It was the songs on the Plato Plomo. So, of course, Nicki is going to respond too. And it just boom. But they both was Black Barbie Nicki, Remy was on the Wait a Minute remix. She also had the song on the Plato Plomos. Who the fuck gave you your crown, bitch? Steve Harvey. That was that. And then Nicki had the Pink Pit freestyle. She had Black Barbies. Nicki was killing that shit too hard. That's why she was killing too hard. Black Barbies, Make Love. Then she was busting shots and Swallow too, a song that got over 1 billion streams. It's like, you gotta think about it. Shit is crazy. So anyway, Okay, so Scarlip, she's out here, she's with the New York, I think that they're New York legends with Jada Kiss. Let me see. I want to get to that video where she was outside saying Cardi B just posted me. Now, I want to ask you this. Do you think that this was real? Or do you think that she's trying to like, because this is my thought. Listen, nobody is, she's a young girl, and I still don't I wish success amongst her as well. Like, if you want to be successful, okay, make your way and do it. But do you feel like some people, because as I hear her talking stuff, she's not no dummy. What I want to say is, like, do you think that some people do things like this to kind of lure people in to be like, remix my song? Or because I already start thinking like Cardi B is doing Summer Jam, she might try to bring her out. I just try to think, when Cardi, you got to think of everything possible. Like, I'm the type of person, I do that in my videos. I don't give a fuck if the shit don't happen or not. It's all conversation, and I don't ever say anything to be exact at all. But it wouldn't shock me if Cardi B did try to bring her out, because she's from New York, and then it's just like it's moving or whatever the case may be. And it'll be like, oh, Cardi B's brought out Scarlip or whatever. But I want to go to Ticketmaster, since I brought up Cardi B and Summer Jam. And I was a little surprised when I looked up there the other day. Now, in case maybe in a 2 or 3 day span, if some shit changed, I would be surprised. But it ain't look like those tickets was selling. And for a venue that is only 18 to 19,000, that shit should have been sold out already. I'm sorry. So I want to share this with you, and I want to show you the availability. Now, I'm one of those people. I love to be proved wrong. Maybe the ticket sold overnight and it's not going to be availability in the front sections like I seen. Now, can I put this all on Cardi B? She's the headliner. I could tell you one thing: if Nicki was on that shit for 18,000 people, people would. And then you got to think about it. Those areas, anytime you do a show in New York City, New Jersey, or whatever, you get traction from all of the states over there. They call that a tri-state region, the tri-state area for a reason. People from Philadelphia travel to New York City for shows. People from New York City travel. I've traveled. I went to, my cousin was moving in Philadelphia. She was moving on fucking Halloween one year, right? I didn't want to drive to Philly. I took the Greyhound down to New York City, and I took the Mega. I took the Mega bus to Philly. I took the Greyhound to New York City, and I took the Mega bus to Philly. It was like, what, maybe like an hour or two. You got to realize that shit is connected. So it's kind of like, if you got 19,000, let me tell you something. 19,000 Barbies. Oh, they coming from Philly. They coming from New Jersey. See, Cardi, she not that pressure like that. And if I click on this and it's availability like the other day, something's wrong. Because, hold on. Let me see the tickets. Nicki Nicki would, this is to me personally. This is crazy to me. All of this is still open, but you know what? You see what they're trying to get? And this is what it is, though, right? Now, this is Summer Jam. It's a lower capacity, so it looks like they're trying to get a lot of, the average ticket price is $283. And this is interesting, and this will say a lot, right? Can I ask you a question? Do you think that a person is like, let me ask you, and I'm going to be fucking honest. 12 tickets, 70 tickets left in the front. 78 tickets for $466. 95 tickets. Okay. Do you think that people maybe don't 100 plus tickets, 95 tickets, 45 tickets, 3 tickets. So it looked like more people, if you could kind of tell, right? Let me tell you something. This speaks this to me, right? It speaks volumes on so many levels, because for a venue this small, for a venue this small, this shows that your average fan is where. Do you know how some shit is just plain to see and you don't look at it? Your average fan is where. And I ain't saying nothing about nobody in their budgets, but this is where your average fan is. To me, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I could have got down here for this price to see Beyonce, my limit was about 400. I would have spent 466 to get in it to a section, but Beyonce was charging that for this area. No, I'm a floor seat nigga. If I'm paying $400, I'm seeing Beyonce. And you got to realize this is Houston too. So from what I seen, nah, I had this tour, and now you know what? I still got a few months before that pops up, and I don't know what'll happen. I might end up there, right? But I don't think a person it got to be worth it for me to but this speaks volumes because this is where the average no seats available. Those are where the people are who are typical who are her fans, like, to me. Because if that was like any other artist, I just feel like it don't even got to be Nicki. I feel like if it was Beyonce or anybody, it would have been a little different. And things do sell as it gets closer to 100 plus tickets. Yeah. And that's right there. So, that's like a site or whatever. But yeah, this 13 tickets. And who wants to be in the nosebleeds? You know what? Let me ask you this. I think I've sat in the nosebleeds maybe one time. And it was like when I did something with my dad. And you know how sometimes when you going somewhere with kids, you got to be. And my dad wasn't that parent. He wasn't going to get no damn floor tickets when we was kids going to like the circus or some shit like that. But I remember we did certain things like, whether it was like a wrestling or we went to the circus or whatever. But I could remember he would get like just fucking nosebleeds, and I hated that shit. That shit make me nervous. I don't like being all the way up there. It's like, what is the experience really? Only thing you fucking doing is what? I hate that shit. Let me tell you something that I did. I was so mad when I went to a concert with somebody because they wanted to go with me, and I really would have went alone. But I went to go see Beyonce one year, and we ended up getting a ticket in like this area up here. So the people who was behind me, they were so mad because it was just like, I'm at a concert. I stood up most of the show. I'm like, y'all niggas pay all this money, and even these tickets up here cost money. I'm not going to a concert to sit down. That's why my cousin, when I went with her, she probably sat down probably for a few minutes, but then she got right back up. Nigga, we paid over $300 for these tickets. I don't know how you value your money, but no, it was mad at me too. I ain't give a fuck. So listen, I'm just reading my messages on my phone. Okay. So yeah, let me read the chat and see what they talking about. I'm definitely saving for Nicki tour. Exactly. Me too. Juicy fruit. I can't wait. I'm dropping 1,000 on Nicki. I'm on front row. This might be her last world tour. She got her own label. The weekend tickets were starting at 400 for nosebleeds. All his shows sold out. Damn. Ice only have an EP out, Koi single and flop album, and Cardi ain't have one album now and featured to perform. She's gonna try to bring Glorilla. Cardi is gonna bring out all the tricks in the bells and the whistles. She's gonna bring out Megan Thee Stallion because she's gonna want to do WAP for the New York. She's gonna try to bring out Scarlip or Remy Ma or Little Kim because that's New York. And she be like, I gotta bring out the Queen Bee and act like she's like, like she give a fuck. So that's gonna happen. Cardi is predictable to me. A new song is probably coming within the next few weeks because it's going to be Summer Jam. If Cardi do Summer Jam with nothing, do you think that she thinks that Tomorrow 2 is still hot enough that she don't got to do nothing else and she could just come out there and ride off of that? When Nicki was in Toronto last year, OVO, those nosebleed tickets started at 400. Mind you, it was Nicki, Wayne, and Drake. Big three in Toronto, exactly. And the nosebleeds? Damn. I would never sit in the nosebleeds. It gives me anxiety. I just have a generalized anxiety. I feel like when you come from the hood and I just feel like come on. If you ain't got no anxiety or concern or worry, nah. I don't like the nosebleeds at all. I low-key want Nicki to pop out with Ice Spice. I want her to too. Can you imagine the female rap friction and tension that's going to be in the building that night? Woo! That's gonna be crazy. Can you imagine the energy if Nicki, Ice Spice, all the gallum going to be in the building? You think how is that gonna go? The energy is gonna be crazy. That is gonna be crazy. Could you imagine Nicki popping out before Cardi come out still in the show from the hoe? Oh, it's gonna be so crazy. Can you imagine? Still in the show from the hoe in the front row. Still in the show from the hoe in the front row. Nicki Wayne and Drake Toronto VIP was 3K. Damn. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, you hear Rory and Mal saying she don't have to put out another album, so it wouldn't be surprising if she only performed old songs. Rory and Mal, especially the white ones, just so annoying. It's like, you know how like that girl Scarlip, she was like, "Get the fuck out, New York." It's like that's how I be feeling about the white commentators. They feel like just because they fucking went to or took a hip hop class or they sucked a black dick that they can just do this commentary and feel like they know so much. It's like your fucking logic is skewed. Stop speaking on this shit. And Cardi do need to do another fucking album. Did you see that crowd when she went overseas? And them niggas was not responsive. Like, stop this shit. So let's play this from Scarlett. Do you think this is opportunistic because she wants all the bells and whistles from Cardi, like the possible remix, the Summer Jam appearance? Let me know what you think.
She just posted me, Cardi.
Yeah.
Bro, Cardi B just posted me.
They recorded her. Why they recorded her?
You deserve it.
She from the Bronx, bro.
You
I'm from the Bronx.
it.
She show us young girls
What?
we can make it and we can be something, bro.
Yeah.
What?
I can't fucking believe this shit.
Oh my God,
The sad thing about it, like I was telling you, sweetheart, you could think that she did this and she did that. They pulled her up. There's nothing special about her. And you're gonna see when you get in the game and you be like, damn, why I ain't getting the radio play like that? Damn, why? And not saying that you don't deserve it, but it's just like to me, sometimes it could be a multitude of things why I think and I'm not saying that she's insecure. I know that she has that situation with her lip or whatever, but sometimes insecure people, you have to realize a lot of people, they kind of, what can I say? You ever see somebody and it's just kind of like, how can I put this? Yes, I'm gonna say it this way. This lady that used to work at my job before, it was this one lady who used to work there and they both was from Harlem. Got realized it's upstate, over 100, 200 miles away. So she's like, I'm from Harlem. She's from Harlem. She was just like, the lady made it seem like she didn't know the other woman because, she was kind of a little wild. And then she was like, I'm going to keep it real with you. She was like, she's not my type of person. She's like, she's not my kind of people. I said, oh, shit. So she was like, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I ain't know her from Harlem, but we didn't hang out down there. So she's like, that's not my kind of people. That shit kind of lived with me forever. Like, and it made so much sense. You realize has a person with wisdom just says some shit so plain to you, and it's just like, yeah, I see what you mean. So maybe Cardi is just her type of people. She like that ratchet, uncouth type shit. But I'm not taking anything away from Scarlip's message or whatever, and I'm not hating on her. But I'm just shocked that a black woman could look in the face of the oppressor. But I mean, she did say in her lyrics and her freestyle that I played that she ain't asked to be dark skinned or something like that. I don't remember what she said verbatim, but she said something about being dark skinned and she hated it or something. But I don't know. I just hope that she not looking in the face of the oppressor like she's some pressure, and you like, let's play this again.
Bro,
Yeah.
I can't fucking believe this shit.
Oh my God, yeah.
We did it.
That's her family. They happy. I mean,
Cardi B just posted me. Cardi
Yeah.
she ain't even crying. Where's the tears at? Did she cry?
B, bro.
Wait a
Cardi
minute.
B just posted me.
She gonna cry. She gonna
Oh my God. And you crying for the sunken eyes.
I
I don't see one.
it.
Where's the
From
tear?
the Bronx, bro.
Where the
I'm
tear?
from the Bronx. She show us young girls we can make it and we can be something, bro.
She ain't show you
Yeah.
shit but how to throw that ass in the strip club. And she got dragged up through Love and Hip Hop. They wanted to continue to buck and make something out of her. And she's getting forced to radio play that you will never receive. You see how Bia is struggling, and she even, listen, I'm keeping it real with you. You can take this how you want to. Bia is struggling. Listen, everything ain't compared to like people say colorism. If it was colorism, Bia would be eating. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm surprised that, like, honestly, Doechii is top radio and Bia is still under like that. And you're gonna think that I'm telling you, people, you're gonna get inspired by that bullshit and think that, oh, Cardi got this, she did that, she did this, and you'll be like, damn, I rap really good. I feel like my music is decent. Why am I not getting the push? Because they're not gonna push you like that. It's not about the fact that she's good. She don't even write her music. So I just be shocked when black women just be just exalting and just be in the comments. And I don't think they look at it like that. You know what? You ever know one of them things where they just can't see it? And I never try to be one of those people, especially with myself. I believe myself in self-reflection and just looking at how I'm handling shit. Some people, they don't reflect. They don't see how they showed up. They don't see how they contributed to situations in a negative or positive way. You don't try to look for the improvement. So she ain't cried. Like, yo, I expected to see a tear. She's just doing that because I'm telling you, Cardi gonna pull her up on the Summer Jam stage. But you got to realize somebody's gonna put her in Summer Jam. So it's like, if you notice, she has all of the veterans from New York that's kind of like standing around her. She had Jadakiss. She had Jadakiss. I mean, you know, with Remy and just different people. So it's like somebody's gonna pull her up on the stage. And the Locks is performing at Summer Jam too. Maybe, hopefully, the Locks will pull her out. I would prefer them to pull her out than Cardi. But you know, Cardi likes the DICKE too. So, you know, she's like, everybody telling me to get on that song. And it's like, y'all niggas are so hoodwinked in New York, is you begging somebody to get on a song who don't even write lyrics. You know, the last time we heard Cardi write, me personally, when her name was the only one in the credits without Partisan, is when she had the front in the studio with Big Face and Big Face, not Blueface and Whack 100, and we heard what that whack verse sounded like. She was home mamiana. Come on. I know she was under pressure because she probably wanted to prove to the niggas that she was that bitch. She was that, you know what I'm saying? And it just, the results weren't responsive. And you got these little girls out here inspired off of that bullshit, out here exalting and looking into the face of the oppressor like she's some pressure. And, you know, but look, a lot of the girls is like that. Just like Megan Thee Stallion. She's like that too. You know, let the people do what they do. I still wish Scarlip the best. I think that she has a funny personality. When I observed her on her lives, I was asking her some Cardi related questions on her live, and I know she was looking over them because she was reading comments that was right on top of mine. I was just like, I'm just puzzled how, like, and even sometimes the women in battle rap, I ask them questions too. I'm like, yo, it puzzles me how you a battle rapper and you don't care. Like, this girl, she's not real. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And let me tell you this. This is how, like, you can kind of like understand the conversation with certain people. Certain people, they just be like, oh, she made it, or, you know, she made it from nothing. I'm tired of that fucking story. A lot of people made it from nothing. And a lot of people have, you know, a lot deeper stories than hers. I feel like Cardi B chose her life. Her sister didn't choose that life. She chose that life. She chose it. She chose that life. So let's see what y'all talking about. A lot of strings have to be pulled for Cardi's album. Exactly. I want to get to this thing that I seen on. Let me go to Twitter. This page that I follow. I don't know if they on here tonight, but let's see, Mr. Lover, Mr. Lover, Mr. Lover, Mr. Lover. Where's the tweet at? Is this another page that they got? Okay, so here it is. All right, so let's read this in regards to Cardi. I know we jumping around. Hold on a second. Let me execute so I could just get away from this. I'm just a little puzzled. Black woman coming from New York. It's like, I ain't saying you can't like anybody, and you can't. And I know that you can be proud for people. Okay, Cardi's from the Bronx. She did this and that. But it's just like, do people just not care about like the hip hop like values or anything like that? You know what I'm saying? Do people relate to people who they feel as though it's easier to relate to them because they really don't think much of you, really? So they think that it's easier to relate to you. You notice that's the thing too. That's the thing. When people can, like, okay, so if it's like, if you were at the lowest of your, you know what I noticed this, right? if you ever notice that people, they don't like when you grow, like say you a person, and let me just say this to you because I know that a lot of people can relate to this. Say you grew up, I'm gonna just give you an example. I'm gonna keep it dead ass real with you too. Say you grew up and my mother had a mortgage to pay, she had boys to raise, and she had to clothe us, feed us, and all of that shit, right? My mother did not buy Jordans. She wasn't a mother who's no. Back then, the most you could get, like my mother would buy you a pair of uptowns, a pair of which I call Air Force Ones. You could get a pair of uptowns. The most you see she's spending on a pair of sneakers is $80. That was the most, but you got to think that was in the 90s back then, right? My mom was not a Jordan mom. It's like so many things that I think about, like I'm proud of because my mother didn't play that shit. She got her income taxes. We got new couches and new couches and new carpeting and shit like that that she would put down and do shit like that. Like my mom, of course, we probably would get a little shopping. And back then we didn't even realize it was tax money because she was an adult for real. That shit is too much talking. It's too much talking between adults and little kids. Like a lot of kids be knowing that shit. We didn't know that. We just knew that we was getting extra shit and that my mom, she would wake us up on a Saturday morning, let's go up to this city. We need to go to that carpet store. She would load that damn carpet on it. We would tie that shit on the car, take that shit all the way down Central Ave. My mother would take that old carpet out. We get new carpet like every few years. She had boys. You know, boys are rough on shit. So we get new carpet, new shit. She would do our, living room over, like just different things like that. You know what I'm saying? It makes me proud to know that because my mom, like she would go to thrift stores and like we had a nice ass china cabinet that my mom actually painted over, and she kind of like did it over with some stains. She ended up painting it black after the years, but she would not give it up. But she got it from a thrift store, and it's like my mom, she's just like, people are layered. You could see a person in like, for example, you could see them and see them with like, say you see a person with a Louis Vuitton bag. I learned this recently, right? You can see with them with that, and you think that there's some Starbucks guzzler, Louis Vuitton bag holder, whatever. And what I learned recently is that one of my managers, she was just like, she brought me in the office and she told me, she was like, she kind of told me about a little bit about her upbringing, and she was like that she grew up, very poor. Her dad, her dad like pretty much raised her. I think somebody in her family, like one of her uncles, had M-word her when she was a little girl. So she knew poverty. But now, since she grew up, her husband, he does really well. He does trucking and stuff like that. And she was like, I don't even really have to work here. But she said, I'm here because I want to do, I don't want to just be at home and my husband works 60 hours a week and I don't contribute anything. She was like, he set up a nice life for us, but I just want to, because she's a manager, like she made good money. But she was like, one thing I don't like is that I don't want you to think, you see me with a Louis Vuitton bag and you think like I'm so bougie. And she was like, no, I grew up really poor. She was like, I had some unfortunate circumstances. I've been to jail before. She was like, yeah. And she told me she kind of was like, she ain't go deep into it, but she did have like a little issue with like, some people, even though I can't personally see it because I'm a marijuana smoker, I don't really get into the pill pop type things, right? But she had her drug of choice, and we all do. Foxy Brown said that before when she was in the interview, and they asked her, was you doing this? And she was like, people have their drug of choice. People, they do. But, so yeah. Yeah. So let me see what they say in the comments. Kroger has Starbucks. Yeah, they do. Target has Starbucks, but not Walmart. What do you think that says about Starbucks, that they think about the people of Walmart, that they would not put their store there? Or that tells you, I'm telling you, I don't know where you are in this video because I know you commented. I said that a long time ago. But yeah, you got to think about the psychology of it. Starbucks doesn't think that their target customer is at a Walmart. Their targeted audience. They don't think that their targeted audience shops there. What do they think of the people who shop at Walmart? You shouldn't think anything because I know I could tell you one thing tomorrow, and this is why I love to go to Starbucks on the weekend. I'm going to get me a black iced tea with light lemonade, and that should cost like $4. And I'm gonna sit in that bitch and bring my laptop because I'm getting a refill because I got that app. You know that when you go to Starbucks and you get like the black iced tea, you could get refills on that shit. And I'm not paying $4 for no motherfucking drink and not getting no refill. Now when I go anywhere, I automatically ask for no ice and a cup of no ice in my drink. And then when I get to the window, I ask for a cup of ice. I want the most out of all you motherfuckers. All the food prices, inflation is going up. I'm telling you, I ain't trying to be funny. You probably think I'm overreacting, but I feel like sometimes, some days you need to do like a day where you have one meal and have some fruits and vegetables. Because the way that food prices is going up, you're gonna turn around just like I said with weed, and you're gonna spend all your fucking money on food. What you want to do? Have experiences and like things like that, or you want to spend all your fucking money on food? Come on. Food, like, yo, I went to the store today. I didn't even get that much stuff. It was just like, what the fuck is going on? It's like the less I got a I got a simply strawberry mixology because I really love that. I got some water. What else did I get? Water. I got the mixology thing. What else did I get from the store? I got something and that shit came up to $16. I said, what the fuck did I get? I didn't even get any food. I got water, the mixology. What the hell did I get when I was at Kroger? I forgot what I got, but I'm telling you, everything is going up. It just is. Apparently, Starbucks is going to charge for light or no ice. No, they ain't. I ain't hear that. I didn't hear it, and they treat me good when I go there. So that's crazy. Your mom is just like my mother. Let me read your comment. Let's see. You said, that's crazy. Your mom is just like my mother. She's still fixing up stuff and keeping it up and brought it up, not to be materialistic. Yes, my mother taught me that you could shop at the thrift store and you could go to Filene's. Filene's is a department store that was in New York. It was just like a Macy's or like a Dillard's or like a store like that. And my mom taught me that, yeah, you can go to the Salvation Army. And I would still go with her. But guess what? We had a little trick because they had a Salvation Army that was all the way out into like the suburb area. So we would go there a lot. When it would be like on Clinton Ave, I hated it, but I would go in there and be in and out with her. But yeah. So my mom just taught me to be humble like that. Like you don't owe, and that's why I follow that same rule now. I can't be an entrepreneur and going to Macy's and buying $100. I can do it, but I don't spend my money on $100 polo shirts and just wasteful. Nope, I'm taking my ass. You know what I don't play with though? I don't play with footwear. Even though I did get a pair of FUBU sneakers from Walmart recently, and they were all gray, and I love how them shits looks with certain outfits and certain jeans. I do, and that taught me to be humble too. Now, the one thing about those FUBU sneakers, they don't have good structure for my feet. Like they don't, it's not strong, but they do look nice. And when I bought them, I felt humble because it was kind of like I was rushing to work and I didn't have any shoes and they have no flip flop policy or whatever. I was kind of like in between. I didn't go home that night. So I just bought a pair of sneakers from Walmart. And I was like, I'm not good. I'm not like too good to wear sneakers from there. I feel like when we put ourselves in that mind frame, that's how you kind of like lose it. I'm not too good to wear. I don't think that, yeah, me personally, I'm not. And it's all about what I make it. But yeah, I go to Walmart and I look at their clothing and yeah, I do. And if I like it, I'm going to buy it. And they be having some good sales sometimes. You change as you get older. And I don't know about you, but I like to keep most of the money that I make. And I'm not spending I'm not spending $100 on a shirt. I used to always feel like that. Somebody invite me somewhere. I could have a closet full of shit. I'd be like, let me go to Dillard's. Let me spend $100. Let me get a new shirt. For some reason, I got it bad like that. But I had to stop that shit. Fuck that. Then you got all these clothes and you like, why did I buy all this shit for? There's no reason at all. Please thumbs up this video, thumbs up, subscribe. So yes, my mom, I love that about her. I had my brother laughing one day. I said, I'm happy that I grew up with a mother who, when she got her income tax, she bought a couch, she bought furniture, she did shit like that. She wasn't just busting it down like, oh, let's go to New York City and go shopping and spend the whole shit. No, my mom, she handles shit. She catching the bills up. We would be going out. And I always remember her doing this, right? I don't know if you remember this with your mom. We would be going out shopping and like, you the one who buying this shit for me. She'd be like, and you ain't getting nothing else. Then I walk by and she see this Pistons. I never forget, I got this Pistons sweatsuit. It was a Pistons, Detroit Pistons. It was blue. It had the fucking the jacket and the pants. Oh, I love that shit. And she let me get it. I love that. I always knew that when you go out with adults and none of the other kids come with you, you get benefits. I learned that. I was a smart kid. I'm one of those people I catch on quick and I don't say nothing and I just keep doing it. That was the loophole. Yup, we be playing outside, throwing a football. I'm watching the house. I see my mother come down the stairs. Where you going? Boop, running right and jumping in that car. I was a mama's boy. Yup, because I know that wherever I'm going, she gonna feed me, and we gonna come back home. And yeah, no matter where, I was a mama's boy. I Know that. I knew that I was gonna get taken care of. My mom used to think she was slick. She was like, God, I'm going to bingo. I didn't want you. Sometimes she used to try to go by herself, but I would go to bingo with my mom because I know when you go to bingo, they buy food. Yes, you ain't slick. Get that little hamburger and them potato chips or whatever. I used to love that bingo food. You know, you're a little kid, that should be hitting. That little cheeseburger or whatever they was making those cheeseburgers on that grill. And that guy, that was back then. I have so many memories of bingo in the 90s. That guy, like it was this little sassy gay white guy who used to work in the bingo kitchen. And this is how you know this is when this was like at the peak of this, when Janet Jackson had those t-shirts where she had like that guy cover his hands over her titties. That was like an iconic t-shirt. He was wearing that in the kitchen. Those was the good old days of bingo. We used to win some money with bingo too. My mom used to hit that $1,000 coverall, 500. Yeah. Could you imagine people doing that now? I wonder if they still have bingo like that. People probably get robbed, but yo, listen, nobody used to. That never really happened back in the day, though. Somebody, when you see a person, we be on Quail Street at the it's called Hibernia. They used to have that $1,000, 15, 2,000. Sometimes people win that bingo and they be walking straight home in the hood, like just straight home, like yep. Shit is crazy. Those are the good old days. Let me know if you ever been to bingo or you played bingo before. So anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. Bingo is digital now, really? We used to go and play digital and spend extra money. I'd be like, Mom, I want to play the computer because you know you can get on the computer and you don't have to play it with your with the dauber. But I'm old school. I like to use my daubers and my chips. Fuck that. I want to go to play bingo. I'm gonna find a bingo here in Texas because I just like that. It's something that I grew up with. So yeah, I used to go to bingo with my mom. My mom used to play her numbers. This is what would happen. We would leave that house. Bingo would start at 8 o'clock. We would leave that house at 7 o'clock. My mother would go up the street to play her numbers, and then we would go to bingo. Yeah, we would get off sometimes and go get ice cream after bingo. My mom, she took care of her boys. She did. We had some rough times, but we had some good times too. But I love playing bingo. And then as the bingo progressed, they used to play it on the computer where you could go and the computer would fill it in for you. But I don't like that shit. Let's see. I think I can get out of people when I was younger. Will always be food. Yeah, I knew the cheat code. I'm telling you, you might laugh at it, but I always knew that if you got home the quickest after school, you got the leftovers. We didn't really have like, unless it was a Sunday and some big meal, but typically we didn't have leftovers. So if I noticed that, oh, it's a little more spaghetti, oh, nigga, I'm getting home first. And that was me as a young boy. I knew whoever got home first was fucking that food up, and I'm getting home first. My brothers ain't even know. You see, it's an understanding that you don't even say. That you don't even say nothing. You just don't. You just don't say it. You just get there. You just get there. You don't. That's the problem with a lot of y'all. Y'all announce too much. Just get there. I promise you, just get there, baby. Everybody want to talk all that shit. They don't even know what your aim is for. And then let me tell you something. Me and my brother, I'm going to move on from this after, but you know the little petty games that you play? My brother, he had an issue with watching me too much. This was one of his problems. So I would do this little game where my mom, she would get us our food, whether we had like McDonald's or Burger King, and I would watch everybody and wait. I would play this game where I would let them all eat their food, and then I would just bring my food out, and they'd be like, "You still got food?" And I used to always do that. So then he started doing it. And that shit used to piss me off. I'm like, yo, like now you trying to be like, oh, he like, yeah, I ain't eat my food yet. So then after we all eat our food, now all of a sudden he eating his food slowly. He eating it so slow. Just annoying. You know what I'm saying? Annoying. I'm from Houston and there's a lot of bingo spots out here. Yeah, I'm going to go to bingo. They got a bingo on my side of town too in Houston. I'm gonna go check it out because I want to say bango when that $1,000 cover all. And then listen, I don't do no cheap ass bingo. When we go to bingo, we playing 20 plus cards on that table. You got to learn how to work that shit. And I don't like these childish ass games. I want to play the Red Robin, the inside box, the letter L, the letter X. Like I like all that shit. I love bingo. I really, really do. Laughing my ass off. I would eat my food fast too. You eat your food last too, yup. Oh my god! And then tell me back in the day when I used to get that Whopper, I used to feel like a king. This is how I used to eat my food slow. Let me tell you, because you know the Whopper has 2 levels. I would eat one level one by one. I would eat that shit so slow. I would eat that shit one by one, and I would be eating that shit like a little, like you know, like a little sandwich, like curved, and I would put my fries on it. Oh, I love that shit. I don't ever remember my mother buying us no motherfucking Happy Meal ever. I don't ever remember that shit ever in life. I don't. So pull tabs. Oh, yeah, them pull tabs. I used to win a little money off those too. I used to win money off scratch offs. Believe it or not, you know when you go to like the grocery store, sometimes I would get bold. I would put a $20 bill in that scratch off machine, and I would know it in my mind. I said if I get lucky sevens and I put $20 within those 20 tickets, I'm gonna hit something. And sometimes I would hit $100. Nigga, I used to be really lucky back in the day, honestly. Yeah. People don't move in silence. It's follow the leader. That's what I'm saying. This is why I love the internet post. I mean, I love like yeah, I did like the internet like but before social media, I felt like individual friend groups like within your friends, everybody had a different personality, right? So now everybody is the same because everybody's saying the same shit. You see the same verbiage online, everybody's saying the same word, but it's like before you could really see like the difference in friends. I asked my niece that actually. I said, "Where do you fall in your friendship with your friends?" She said, "I'm more of the mother type of friend because I'm always giving people advice to say, yeah, it's good." I said, "Please don't be the follower because that's the worst type of person. The worst." Um, just imagine being the only child. Oh my God. You had to be creative though. You really did. One thing I can get out of people when I was younger will always be food. It's been forever since I caught a live hey chat and family. What's up, Brady? I was the same with my grandma and grandpa. But with my grandma and grandpa, okay. That was my whole childhood. Be right behind my mother. Yeah, she thinks she's slick trying to go out the door. No, you're not. I'm jumping right in that car, trying to leave me in the neighborhood. Hell no. And then I'd be mad and she go to bingo. Bingo start at 8 o'clock and then that shit don't get out till 10 and I'd be mad. And you know what I would do sometimes? This is why, like, sometimes when you a mother, you don't get no break. I would sometimes like I would meet her ass because I know after the store after bingo, she gonna stop right at the convenience store up the street. Or I would tell her like, bring something home for us. Like I want something to eat, or bring some ice cream home or something. Shit. Me computer tabs. Me too. Computer and tabs is a must. Okay, so yeah. So that's that. So I really feel like I said all I said what I wanted to say about Scarlett. You know, best wishes to her. I just feel like it's a little odd to me. Like, how could you be from New York and not acknowledge Nicki Minaj? So I'm just gonna make a mental note of that and just see how the story develops. That's all you can really do is just see. Let's see how this develops. You know. Um. Yeah, talking about he eating his shit slow as hell, and pulling his food out slow. I hated that. And then he tried to. I remember before we went used to go out to like KFC with my dad, and my brother would save all of his food. I'm like, what is wrong with you? And he liked cold food too. So shit was just weird to me. All right, so let me see what else. So we did that, Scarlip and Cardi. So then Cardi's like, a lot of her fans wanted her to do that remix. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And it's like these people so slow beseeching people to get on songs who don't even write. It's like y'all just like y'all like the idea of a person being excellent. And it's like, shit, if you want to be honest, do you think partisan is even excellence? Like, that's not no fucking excellence. Why Cardi, listen, we'll see what happens with it in the next few weeks. Or hiding food and being the last one to eat something. Yeah, my brother, I ain't want to say that. Now that you said it, I'll say it. He used to piss me off sometimes. Because when you live with all boys, like, boys eat shit up fast. So my mother, say she went to the store and she bought 2 sodas, my brother would take one of them and hide them. Like he would do something like hide it in the cabinet or something. So that when all the soda is gone, then he would just bring it out. And my mother would always be like, why do you do that? Like, it's for everybody. One of my brothers used to do that. And I hated that shit. Like trying to hide snacks and shit. Like, because he was like, oh no, y'all gonna eat it up too fast or whatever the case may be. Like, but so what? It's not yours. Like, what the fuck? Why would you hide? Like, no, if anything, you know what? I've always been just a little bit crazy though, because my mom would buy like like the lunch meat, like the cheese and whether it was like bologna or ham or whatever the case may be. I always turned that shit and got my shit from the back. Anytime I got my bread, I took my hand all the way to the back of the bread loaf. I don't know. I just always did shit like that. I have these weird little things that I do. Like anytime I go to the grocery store, right? It could be the first thing of Simply Juice. I never take the first of anything, and I never want the last. I never want the last, and I never take the first. I don't know why I've been doing that my whole life. Do you have little things that you do like that? Like little tweaks that you do? I promise you, if you ever just watch me in the supermarket, I never take the first of anything and I never take the last. If it's the last, I think something's wrong. Like, why did they leave this here? I don't know why, but it's been something in my mind since a little boy. It's a little, it's a little, it's just the way that I am. I never want the first and I don't want the last. I like something like in the middle. The industry is colorist. Look how they be doing Flo Milli, Doechii, and Normani. Exactly. You said I take in between. Yeah, it's something about the first that I don't want because I don't feel like the first is going to be cold like that, and I want it in between. And the last, I'm like, why this? See, and to be honest with you, when you see the last of something there, like I remember at my job, I got a cranberry juice, and I opened that shit up and looked around the seal. All of the cranberry juice was coming out, so that shit was open. I don't know why that shit was open. I took that shit and put it right back in that area where I bought it from and got another one. Nah, you got to be investigating this shit. Where shit be happening? Nah. I just took my cleanse pill, so it's like I got to be serious about this now. So I'm starting my cleanse today. I'm doing the cleaner cleanse. It's a 7-day cleanse, so it cleans your kidneys, stomach, prostate, blood, lungs, toxins, colon, liver, and skin. So I need to do that cleanse anyway. It's time to get that mind right. So let's bring this up from Mr. Lover. So he posted this. So it said, this was in regards to Cardi and the bundles, right? So Billboard is calling the new rule change, calling the newest rule change fan packs, which allows for a limited number of merch items to be counted towards the album charts. And Tekashi says it's all smoke and mirrors to make struggling artists appear bigger than they are. The publication also highlighted a day-long meeting they conducted with record labels where one exec practically begged them to bring back artist bundles. So yeah, expect to start padding, expect the stat padding to be heavy this summer. Yeah. Listen, let the real ones sell off. And I can't wait till Nicki drop her bundles. Honestly, I be wanting to say certain things, and I just noticed my reach on this channel, and people listen to this shit who act like they don't. Like, I know that a lot of shit is tied in, but I would really love, like, I know Nicki said that she want, her fans to be her fans, but I think that I really do have some dope creative ideas when it comes to like marketing or like certain things, because I would really love, like, I'm gonna just say this, I would love something personal, and I would want that shit to count for the first week from her. Like, I would really love her to put something personal together for her fans, limit that shit, and ship that. Let me tell you this, right? Ship that shit the same week that the album come out so that it reaches and that it counts for the first week. Nicki could honestly start pre-ordering her album now, like with just no track list, and just pre-order it. And then the week that shit release, ship them shits out. I would want her to do like just something very nice and personal. And I feel like if you want that, I don't know what it could entail like inside of that package, but even if she did something special for each one and it was extra limited, or maybe she could do it to the stores, like, whatever stores that she has, the albums are going to be shipped to. It could be like on a pickup basis or whatever. That would be dope. Like, that's just the surface level of what I was thinking of. But yeah, I really think Nicki could do something special to where on a physical level, digital sales, yeah, we going to buy and support there too, but she can do something really, really dope. Like, yeah. And I kind of like I don't know, I really would love to see her do like a small intimate performance of like kind of like her catalog of her older songs. Like, I really, really want that for like a DVD quality type thing, like New York City, just like not maybe like when I say smaller, maybe like 5,000 people. I think this shit should be dope. Like, cause I want songs like Grand Piano, Fire Burns, like songs that she just typically don't perform. Save Me. Like, I want the theatrics of it all. Like, I want her to get into it. I want the piano there, like for her songs, like the person doing the guitar. Like, I want it to be just really sexy, pink, or whatever how she chooses to do it. And I think that would be dope to drop like right. Listen, this is I ain't gonna say it's delusional, but it's just kind of like it's just brainstorming. I would like her to see like to do an intimate show, like kind of like I was saying, like how Beyonce did Roseland in New York City, where she did 3 days or 4 days at Roseland. But you gotta realize what I love about Beyonce though is she's so like you can kind of tell when you have that business mind. She got 4 days to do the same footage. So some days on it or whatever, most days she's perfect, but I could tell on that day where she kind of slacking and she knows she got 3 days of footage. So you kind of like go within that and you make it dope as fuck. And it's just like, you might want to do a certain thing on one day so that it could be switched up in the editing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that would be really dope if Nicki has some smaller performances and she got some really good footage for the DVD. Like I'm talking about ponytail snatched up tour Nicki with the fucking Fire Burns Grand Piano, all of that shit, all of the songs, the B-sides that people would probably, all of the songs that people ridiculed her for that girls is trying to do now with the fucking Whip It, all of that. Whip It, a lot of her shit, like I'm pretty sure she could just go through a list of things. She could do Shanghai. Could you imagine Nicki performing Shanghai, Win Again, all of that? And it's like, this is some super exclusive shit. Nicki is nothing to get 5,000 fans up. But y'all niggas, I would do some shit to where if it's exclusive, like I would send my set list out probably like maybe like the week of the show so the fans know, because like that's a special connection and Nicki got a close enough connection like that. It would be super exclusive. Then that shit would leak online like Nicki's gonna be performing this song. She sent the set list out to the people or whatever, but she really got the catalog to do it. So I'm not like worried about sharing this because everybody can't do that. She got the catalog to do it. She could send it out, so then you're gonna know she's gonna do this, that, boom. Who gives a fuck? That shit's gonna hit the internet anyway, and I would have that copyright on Snag. Anybody upload that shit is gonna get snatched immediately. So that how Beyonce play, you can't play with her like that. Any of that footage touched the YouTube, and then that shit could be released as like a DVD or like a Apple Music, Apple Music DVD, how they do like DVDs or like a rental or something like that. Yeah, access it like that. And then we're gonna buy the physical copy of that, which will help the DVD charts. That we're gonna show up like that. But I really think Nicki can do that. I'm really big on people, especially when I like them to do what like when you in your prime and shit like that, bust your gun the hardest and do all possibilities. I think Nicki did a DVD before. Let me know in the comments if she ever did a DVD, because I know that I used some footage in one of my videos and I had to take it out because they said it belonged to the Pink Print something. And it was the one where she was on stage talking over The Night Is Still Young. So that shows me that is like footage, but I don't know if a DVD ever came out. I don't think she has a DVD from like touring though. But I'm interested in seeing that. Yeah, I think that would be dope to add to her repertoire of just everything that she has with music. A dope ass DVD. Yeah, intimate setting. She don't even got to be standing up. You know what's so crazy? I want to add this too. I love when Nicki sits down and she performs. Like she got songs to do that too. And they could position so the crowd could be like close, so the energy could just be crazy. That would be so dope. That would be cold. And only she can do that. Like she can do it because yeah. Yeah. So she did Pink Print movie. Okay. Nip Tuck always gives. No, we ain't talking about no motherfucking Nip Tuck. Come on. That ain't being performed there. No, I know people like that, but no, I'm talking about the classic. The shit like she did perform Fire Burns on 106 in Park though. I remember she did perform that. Grand Piano. I'm talking about like Win Again. I'm not saying that Nip Tuck is not good, but I'm talking about like, let's go from album 1. Let's go from the top. I want to see her perform I'm the Best. I want to see her perform Blazing. I want to see her Save Me. Even the Here I Am, that would be so emotional. I think that she would feel that. And I'm just gonna pour it out. I want to see the tears, and I want to see how the progression from her performing her old songs. And I think that it will be really emotional, but it will be in a good way though, to just kind of traverse through those songs. The Here I Am. I don't know. I want to see Catch Me. I just want to see different things. Catch Me, perform that. I love Moment for Life. But Nicki got so many songs where she don't even got to do that. If you know what you expecting and what you getting from this show, she don't got to do Moment for Life. She don't got to do Starship. She don't got to do Chun Li, honestly. But that would be so dope, because especially in that type of setting, yeah. We all have the things that we want from our favorite artists, but I think that that's a good thing, and I know that she can do that effortlessly. That whole set, just pink, everything, just like honoring, like imagine seeing her open up a show to I'm the Best. I don't think she ever performed that song. If she did that, the fans would eat that shit up. I'm the Best. She could kind of like, well, Rihanna, she ain't, Rihanna, that's going to be hard. But if she did Fly, and then she could get Rihanna to do a little appearance. But I know that they've already done something like that, so that's not necessary. So maybe Fly could be skipped up out of it. I like Right Through Me though. I really love that. I love the rap in that, so I would love to see her do that, maybe chop it up, and maybe they could do some sort of way. I like that. Yeah, the songs that she don't perform, Blazing, Girls Fall Like Dominoes would be good, but I don't know how that would be live. You think that would be good live? Girls Fall Like Dominoes, definitely Blazing. Last Chance. Let's see. Dear Old Nikki. Oh, that would be so good, right? You told me, you said me. I want her to do the songs that's going to evoke emotion out of her too, because I want her to look back at her career and like, damn, I really did this shit. Look at these songs that I have that I don't perform, like, the Pills and Potions. I want to evoke like all of that out of it. I want it to be like a DVD where you could look back years later, like, damn, Nicki did that shit. She did, like, Nicki could perform all the time, but it's like, we know her big songs. She has so much of a catalog that I feel like, I ain't saying she does this, but it's just kind of like rap fans didn't treat her fair. She didn't really have a chance to really like go in on like a lot of her I feel like it's a lot of her good music and her pop songs. I feel like a lot of her pop shit need to be celebrated more, in my own personal opinion. Oh, wow, I got this shit. So yeah, so they said that, that article was in regards to Cardi B's team and shit like that. They trying to make sure that the bundles come back. So, they're gonna try to buy them shits and all of that. But we standing behind Nicki. Now all of a sudden they want to switch the rules back. Now they want to switch the rules back. Why do you think that is? The speculation. Why do you think they want to switch the rules up? Killer DJ? How you think that would be in a setting like that? I feel like certain songs we just gotta let go. Like, not saying let it go like that. I like Killer DJ, right? But I want you to understand the type of set list I'm talking about. I don't want no itty bitty piggy. I don't want itty bitty piggy. I want the B-sides. I want the songs that are like that people, the fans in the core know. I want the Fire Burns. I want the fucking. What's a song that's good that she don't perform like that? Even if she did LLC, even if she did Miami, that's good though. But would I want that on DVD forever? It's not about, I'm just in regards to what I'm talking about. Not saying that she has to or not do this. This is just fan talk. Would I want Miami in a performance? I don't know how Miami would be performed. I don't know about that. But definitely Shanghai. That's a banger. Shanghai is a banger. She performs Chirac a lot, so that wouldn't be. I want special songs. I don't want Chirac on there. So, yeah, definitely Blazing. Could you imagine Little Me? Little Me? I'm going Recreation. Oh, man. So where my dog's at? Randy. Getting off my dick, bitch. Andy. Left now. I dare you, Bambi. We need to, Nicki. We need that. We need that. And I feel like I'm really good with transitions. I feel like if she did Blazing could go right into, because you know that she don't, well, she has performed Majesty, but I feel like the lyrics and the height of the lyrics is on point with Majesty. So she could do that. Ha 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 ha. I'm the best now. Anybody with some money should invest now. Soccer moms need to organize the pep round. It game over, bitch. And then right into Majesty. I got the money and the power now. Who won the with Nicki now? Yes, she killed that shit. I feel like, yes, we need the B-sides. I don't want to hear Bees in the Trap. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I want to hear, listen, sometimes those are the best songs to me sometimes. The songs you overlook. Like, I'm not a singles artist. I mean, I'm not a singles. I like the singles, but I'm a person who I like the songs in between. Like, yeah, and those songs get overlooked. That's what I like the most. The Crying Game never. Oh my, no, she did perform the Crying Game. She opened up the Pink Print tour to that. I Am Your Leader. I am your leader. Yes, I am your leader. You not never leave us. When I fly, it's two letters. These black hoes can get high for one summer. After that, the queen is still reign here. I'm Santa Claus without a reindeer. Say, what she say? Hit up hot topics. Wait, niggas is getting with these. Hit up hot topics. Nicki Minaj hoodies. I'm a brand, bitch. I'm a brand. Go to Harlem and get Cam. It's dick set. Get your dick wet. Boarded the big check and boarded the big jet and got a big check. Now you could tell me who the fuck is winning. I'm on my Russell Simmons. Nicki Dinner. Yeah, that was my shit. I like that too. I like Come on the Cone though. Nintendo. Why we in the end though? I don't give a fuck, ho. Like we in the end, so what this bitch is hitting for? What this bitch is hitting like. You tell them you ain't about that life, Nintendo. Look me in the end zone. Fuck these bitches. In the end zone. I know there's so much how like I'm like my mom. I wish she would get me mad when I was younger because she would be singing songs sometimes, and I think she purposely messed the lyrics up. I'm not messing it up, but it's a lot of Nicki songs I know verbatim, but I at least know the flow of that song because I listen to it so much, but I can't like remember like all of it. Nintendo, what you just hitting for? It's looking like nigga, you ain't about that life. Dirtbags is out for the semen. Damn, my bitch late for her meeting. Fuck, oh, my favorite part. Fuck you said, bitch. Fuck you, porn star. I don't do shotgun. I be driving my own car. Oh, I love that part. She was so cocky on that shit. You might get addressed on the second album. Yes, Nicki, we need the best. I want her to open that shit up because the best is just like a Thanksgiving parade type of song. It's like when the song comes on, it's like everything is just moving and flowing and coming through. And it gives me that vibe really because it dropped back on Thanksgiving during that time. So it's just like, and it's like she just coming through. We need that I'm the best performance. We don't know. We don't even got to go into Roman's Revenge. That don't got to be performed. We get that a lot. We don't need that. I want the I'm the best. I want Right Through Me, Save Me, Dear Old Nicki, because you can't do both. Maybe a toss. I'm definitely Blazing, but it's gonna have to be either Catch Me or Dear Old Nicki, because you know you can't do everything. Catch Me, Dear Old Nicki. Is there anything else on that? Last Chance. That would be so dope, right? Yeah, because there's a lot of Last Chance fans. I think she should do Last Chance or Girls Fall Like Dominoes, a toss up between them two. You know what I would love to see her do? Wave your hand if you look good. Wave your hand if you look good. Wave your hand and I look good. Anyway, bitch, I look good. I love when she be like, the bottles is on ice. The bottles is on ice. The VIP lights is hitting me just right. Let me play that right now, matter of fact. That was my shit. The bottle's on ice. The bottles is on ice. The VIP lights is hitting me just right. Hold on. No, no, I'm not playing that because it's gonna take me forever to scrub it out this video. And I've done a lot of commentary, and I don't want to have to fucking wait because I already played like 3 songs, and it's gonna take me a few hours to get them out. And yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'll play it next time that I go, but I like that song. Would that be good enough to perform? Wave your hand if you look good. You know a song I do love though? They say she call them. Oh, I love this song. We gotta play this because I could picture some shit to this. Like, but she a mom now. I don't know. You know, they say people's bodies changes, but I could really see Nicki hitting some crazy Dutty wine type shit to this song during the chorus. Let me do this so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Nicki Minaj. Pink Friday, so I could bring this song up. What's the name of that song? This song would be so dope live. Hold on. This is a classic too, though. Money, I love Money. Remember, Nicki said she was gonna do a video for Money. The money. My ex used to love that song. The money, the money, the money. Yen in the peso, there we go. I'm living on that new shit. There we go. Living on that new shit. There we go. Material. Hey. There we go. I'm living on that new shit. I think that would be dope if she did that live because she could have some dancers really fuck that shit up. And then they could be like, my mind be elsewhere with performances. When a song has a really good breakdown or some shit like that, the artist could leave the stage and they could just keep fucking that shit up. That's what Beyonce be doing. That's why when the City Girls left the stage for 10 minutes and they ain't come back with new outfits on, I know y'all think that might just be too much. And you're like, oh, you're a guy talking about this. This is literally an observation from any point of view. I think anybody could have felt that, whether male or female. This is just a fan conversation. But yeah, you left the stage for 10 minutes and y'all came with the same fucking outfits on. Like, why did you leave the stage for 10 minutes and had these dancers work up here hard, even though that was a highlight of the City Girls at Rolling Loud to me? Y'all motherfuckers left the stage for 10 minutes and came back with the same fits. I can't get over that. I know y'all be like, what? Why do certain things just grab you? But it's just, it do be like that to me. It really don't bother me because I don't really give a shit about, I don't really give a fuck about Cardi, but I made a note of it where I said, damn, Ice Spice was at the damn Met Gala and you ain't flick up with her. She should have made it her business. She should have said, you know what, girl, I'm proud of you. Keep doing your thing. You know, I see you doing your thing. You don't have to even mention Princess Diana. We from the Bronx. Let's get this picture and post it on Instagram so they could, you know, whatever they think is brewing. But no, Cardi, I really think her ego was bruised. No, baby, you're not on that Princess Diana remix. You can't keep it a stack like that. You can't. You know, Partisan Fontaine wrote you that shit for the Glorilla, and you got hype over that shit. What you thought you was just gonna be the remix queen? Shit. Cardiac arrest looked a hot bass. Freedom, yeah, Freedom, that would be good. Freedom and Up in Flames. We are going up in flames. One last, yeah, I want to see that anyway. Don't test the kid. And Nicki got power. She don't got to stand up for all her songs. I love when she be sitting down doing her performances, stuff like certain songs like that. And I really want to see that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I do. Anyway, little nigga, don't test the kid. Even Maury Povich couldn't test the kid. Even couldn't the kid. And even with all your bars, you couldn't text the kid. That shit go hard. Yeah. So what about Champions? It's a celebration from the ghetto. That would be good to see Champions, right? Champions. She gonna have to like cut that shit up. Like certain songs, like maybe like one verse from it. Foxy always performed like that, and that shit used to make me so mad because it's like she would perform Touch Me, Tease Me, but she would never do her second verse. She would perform Get Me Home, but she only do one verse. But it's like when an artist has a bigger catalog, they can't do all of their songs like full and back. You know what I'm saying? They gotta kind of like keep it moving. So she don't even do her full verse of Ain't No Nigga. She stopped at a certain point. So it's just like it get to be too much. I think they think. And you know, these people artists who perform like that, they work with all types of crews that come up with set lists and make sure that things flow effortlessly. So that's probably something she just learned. But I'm like, damn, like even when she performed what's that song she got with Jay-Z? Brace yourself as I ride on. I'll be as you ride on top. Lose your mind as you ride out your socks. Don't know. Lose his mind as he grind in the tunnel. When they give me the cash he made off this last bundle. Nasty girl, don't pass me the world. I push the V, not the backseat girl. When she said that when I was younger, I knew that she was fresh. When she said I push the V, not the backseat girl, I said okay. That kind of gave me that Nicki energy where she was like, and I be driving my own car. What she say? I don't do shotgun. I be driving my own car. Foxy loves shotgun though. I don't do shots either. I'm buying a whole bar. Holy moly, she caught me a roll. Yeah. Oh man. So I love when she would do Save Me live and have the background singers kill it. Yes, I love Save Me. That needs to be performed. Nicki body Cardi B in Motorsport. Of course she did. Everybody knows that. Of course. Of course. Child away, she tried to conquistate her Gorilla song on that stage. I can't. Botch fans is going outside. The desperation. Yeah. The destitute. Yeah, when again needs to be performed. She should put that. No, I would never put Cardi in her history, but that's just so funny how she was singing that song. Like, I don't care what nobody say. A lot of these girls could try to act so bold, like they feel like, oh, they competing with Nicki, even for Lotto. Lotto feels stupid, sweetheart. You out here flopping. What you thought was gonna happen? You thought you was gonna drop Lottery and you was gonna be in the mix again. Like, oh yeah, I'm competing with Nicki. Yep. You know, now I got another pop hit, and then she thought she was gonna drop her little street songs after with this bullshit. And guess what? That shit is not performing. Number one viral on that Twitter chart. These motherfuckers is full of shit. They full of shit. These fake ass stats. Number one on the fucking Twitter chart. The fuck type of shit is that? They gotta do anything to try to quantify somebody's bullshit. And that was the week that Kim Petras song came out. And how was that song trending? What data did they use to even come to that type of you know? You gotta question away shit. Like just like I told you, I know you might not think about it like that, but why doesn't, just like we was talking about that shit with the Starbucks and Walmart. Why isn't there not a Starbucks in Walmart? They probably got a contract with Target, but that goes to show you that what Starbucks thinks of people who shop at Walmart. They don't think that that's their target audience. But you know, Cardi is mad at that Princess Diana baby. It don't make no sense how two girls, and I liked it how, you know, Ice Spice, she's recently spoke about Cardi in her interviews and stuff from like most, maybe, I don't know, like she mentioned her in interviews. So it's not like she's, you know, moving funny in my opinion. What it is that it comes out like this, where Cardi, where I told y'all, she introduced this idea that female rappers were kissing Nicki's ass when essentially she's been here for 16 years. Why you think they wouldn't look up to her? They grew up to listening to her music. Ice Spice, what did you think? Ice Spice was just going to be like, oh, Cardi just because Cardi young? Nicki was the one who she said she was the first baddie who she seen musically with female rappers. She didn't grow up to like to I'm pretty sure she knew who Little Kim was, but this is her era. So it's like she not being fake, and like, you know, like I like that she's doing that. And I just I really want to know. I would have loved to be a fly on the wall for the Met Gala with Ice Spice and Cardi B. I want to know how close in proximity they were to each other. Cardi, no picture or nothing. She should have made it her business. You know, you flicked up with Glorilla. You should have been like, girl, this is your first Met Gala. Oh my God, how'd you like it? How's the food? You know, shit, this is big Bronx energy. She could have posted the picture and been like, okay, Cardi's not jealous or whatever. And listen, me saying jealous is just how I feel. You could not think that you could think that she's not jealous. I do think she is. I think she feels a certain type of way, but you're not even a real rapper. So you should just be happy that your hair is surfacing. Honestly. You should just be happy that people even regard your stupid ass. To be frank, like for real, Nicki should start doing bars, only 40 bars. She'll get the girl scrambling, just straight bars and drop. Pen might sit on the throne, legend icon. Watch her change the game again. Bed of Lies would be dope too. Did you ever think of me when you could never make eye contact. Everything that you got was off of my contacts. You a fraud, but I'ma remain icon stat. Balenciagas on the with a python strap. Cause you was caught up in the rushing. You was caught up in the thrill of it. You was with me for hit a quarter mil in it. Had you in the crib and you ain't never paid a bill in it. I was killing it. Now you got me popping pills in it. I told baby hit you. I said this nigga bugging because I was doing it for us. I told him fuck the public. Couldn't believe that I was home alone, contemplating overdosing, no more coasting, no more toasting over oceans. That shit is so hard. I love that shit. You could never make eye contact. Everything that you got was off of my contacts. You a fraud, but I'ma remain icon stat. Balenciaga with the python strap. But you was caught up in the rush and you was caught up in the thrill of it. You was with me before I hit a quarter mil in it. Had you in the crib, you ain't never paid the bill in it. I was killing it. Now you had me popping pills in it. I told baby hit you. I said this nigga bugging because I was doing it for us. I told him fuck the public. Couldn't believe that I was home alone, contemplating overdosing, no more coasting, no more toasting over oceans. They said you don't know what you got till it's gone. That shit is hard. I just figured when you see me, you free from the lies. But when the tears came down, it's like you ain't even noticed them. If you had a heart, I was hoping that you would show with some. What the fuck you really telling me? What you telling me? I could tell you lying. Get the fuck out. Don't yell at me. I ain't mean to cut you. I ain't meant to catch a felony. This ain't how to be a player. You ain't Bill Bellamy. She ate that first verse though. The first verse, Nicki, yeah, you ate the first verse, ate that second verse. Typically, Nicki's second verse is hard though, but in that verse, she went so hard with the couldn't believe that I was home alone, overdose the coke. Couldn't believe that I was home alone, and it was so raw. It's one thing about Nicki when it comes to her music. And Beyonce has that trait too. It's the vulnerability. Even if like we know Beyonce has a lot of writers when it comes to her shit. Like, can you believe that one of the songs that I love about Beyonce, love from Beyonce the most, Love Drought, it's about a girl actually who wrote that song. It was about her relationship with her record label, how it was just she felt like it was a dysfunctional relationship. So she wrote Love Drought, and Love Drought is a song that Beyonce came out with. Now, when you hear Beyonce talking about 9 times out of 10, you think I'm lying, and I'm lying to be fair, and I'm trying to be there. But you're caught up in your permanent emotions. Yo, I love that song when I tell you, that's my shit. And it makes me feel so like that song is really like, you, you, Yep, that's about that girl. How the second part go? 9 times out of 10, I'm in my feelings. What did I do wrong? You my lifeline, so I could kill me. If I wasn't B, would they still feel me? Like on my worst day? Or am I not thirsty enough? I don't care about the was in the dream. Only thing, say, cause you and me. Only thing is going up. He's just so. What's up? You. That's my shit. When I tell you Love Drought, that is a song that will put you in the zone. You have that blunt, you might start tweaking because that shit is just. I love that song. But that song is about a girl's relationship with her record label. Yeah, I love Love Drought. That's a dope song. Best song on Lemonade. They froze. Do we have a problem? Super freaky girl. Facts, they do act like we don't see it when it's been stuck in the same numbers for 3, 4, 5 years. Love Drought is perfectly written. Yes, I love it. You know what song kind of makes me, I don't know, because I was going through something about that time, but the All Night Long, like I love All Night Long. That song it's kind of like, especially if you love somebody before, the All Night Long. That shit is deep. I love that song. I love that song a lot. So I've been up here almost 2 hours, exactly 2 hours. I'm about to get up off of here. It was about Beyonce record label Parkwood. Damn. I love the Bill Bellamy line. Yeah, but she killed on the first verse of Bed of Lies. Yeah, it ate that. You could never make eye contact. Everything that you got was off of my contact. You a fraud, but I'm a main icon stat. But Lucy Balenciaga's with the in the python strap. Cause you was caught up in the Russian. You was caught up in the thrill of it. You was with me way before I hit a couple million it. Had you in the crib and you ain't never paid a bill in it. It was just that real talk that was killing it. It was about Safari. You could never make eye contact. Everything that you got was off of my contact. You a fraud, but I'ma remain icon stat. Balenciaga with the and the python strap. You was caught up in the Russian. You was caught up in the thrill of it. You was with me way before I hit the $250,000 it. Had you in the crib and you ain't never paid a bill in it. I was killing it, but you had me popping pills in it. I said, baby, hit you. I said, this nigga bugging because I was doing it for us. I told him, fuck the public. Couldn't believe that I was home alone, contemplating overdosing, no more coasting, no more toasting over oceans. Like she's saying, like, I couldn't believe I was going to take my life. No more coasting, no more celebrating, like, flying overseas over, how, she going to do something like when she went to go perform with Beyonce, like no more of that. Like she couldn't believe that she was just gonna like take her life. I think she spoke about that or whatever she was going through in the BET Awards, because that shit kind of goes into the crying game when she was like, I couldn't breathe and you ain't even know it. That was very vulnerable lyrics. I love the crying game. Welcome to the crying game where you lose your soul. Where it ain't no easy pass, you got to lose the toe. Ain't no cruise control, you about to lose control. Ain't no smiling faces here. We slamming doors and dishes, saying we don't miss each other, but it's all fictitious. Acting like we had enough, but enough of what? Another slap to the face, another uppercut. I'm just abusive by nature, not cause I hate you, not cause I want to get someone that. My favorite part is I know it's hard. I know I intimidate you. That's my favorite part. I love when she say that shit. Because it was just like I could feel her energy on that. Welcome to the crying game where you lose your soul. Where it ain't no easy pass, you got to use the toe. Ain't no cruise control, you about to lose control. Ain't no smiling faces here, we slamming doors and dishes. Saying we don't miss each other, but it's all fictitious. Saying that we had enough, but enough of what? Another slap to the face, another uppercut. I'm just abusive by nature. Not because I hate you, not because I want to get someone to imitate you. I know it's hard. I know I intimidate you. But is you staying or going? I couldn't breathe and you ain't even know it. How come you never show it? All this love you speak of, all I want is to love and be loved. Yeah. So I'm about to get up out of here. But your lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now. See, I had to shut you down. I had to shut you down. I played the fool before. All of this baby. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But your lies ain't working now. Look, I remember when Beyonce signed Sophie Beam. I was like, what they gonna do with the white gal? I'm so fast forward. They dropped her. Damn. Um, I'm about to get up out of here though. It's 2:05 and it's time to go. So I hope y'all all thumbs up this video. Not heard it all before. Yeah. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Cause your lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now. See, I had to shut you down. I had to shut you down. My mother used to love that song by Joe. I wanna know what turns you on. My mom loved Next too. She loved Next. Baby, when you're grinding, I get so excited. She used to be dancing to the music. She loved that song. I have still have memories of that. She'd be dropping me off to school and that song would be playing. She loved that song. Step back and dancing kind of close. Feel a little boat coming on you. See, that was back. You see, like you have to realize. Can I just tell you something? This is why I want to tell you that music consumption is just so different now. When we had to go to the store to buy CDs, my mother had that. So my mother had that. My mother was born in the 1950s. She went to the music store to get that. I didn't get next CD for her. She used to buy music for us. Like that's why music is just a part of who I am. Like because I've always my mother bought me Brandy's first album when it came out. Like we used to all get music for Christmas. My mother, I think my brother got TLC album. I think it was the Creep around that time. Yeah, we used to get music for Christmas. Like we got a whole bunch of shit for Christmas. So music was a part of the things that we used to get. We used to get albums and singles. I got Brandy, I Want to Be Down too. Yep, I think I got that single for Christmas. Yep, I would get a couple of things. I forget. I remember I got that Michael Jordan cologne when it first came out. My mother would get us little cologne and stuff. I think I was probably like I think I was a seventh grade. Yep. Always got socks and underwear every Christmas. So, well, we always got socks, and my mother would put, believe it or not, this is why I be saying, like, y'all don't be Easter basketing like my mom used to do it. My mom would go to that store and she would get them Easter baskets. We got a little bit of everything in the Easter basket. You know, you got little boys, you know, they always need socks and underwear. We got socks and underwear for every holiday that you think that you could get a gift on. Everyone. We got socks and underwear for Christmas. We got one on our Easter basket. See, my mom sometimes I used to be. Can I say this to you? I ain't gonna say I was embarrassed, but I was. We were spoiled, but I think I kind of knew it. But she would get. We would have our big Easter basket. My mom wasn't the Easter baskets wasn't no hoe. We would have sometimes back then when you're younger, you know how that 50 cent or that dollar bag of Doritos used to look. Sometimes we have one of those. We always had a bunny. We used to have mad shit, headphones, all types of stuff. Like not no bullshit ass. That's why I be telling people like I be like, yo, make your Easter basket for your kids. It's more personal. My mom used to do that for my nieces too. I don't know what a store-bought Easter basket is at all. Enough of what? Yeah, just another uppercut. I'm just abusive by nature, just cause I hate ya. Not that I want to get someone to imitate ya. I know it's hard. I know I intimidate ya. But is you staying or going? Listen, I couldn't breathe and you ain't even know it. And then all things go. What's my favorite verse of all things go? Rock with people for how they make me feel, not what they give me. Even the ones that hurt me the most, I show so forgiveness. I love my mother more than life. That's a fact. Yeah, that's my shit. Hold on. Yeah. All right, so our time has come to an end. I hope all of y'all have an amazing evening. Let's play this where I go up out of here. Let me play my song Best Me before I go. And I'm getting up out of here.
Exit 6. Laurent.
Yeah.
Best me. Yeah. Let's go. I'ma be the best me, is all I gotta do. I'ma be the best me. I deserve it.
You know what? I want to play the version, the raw version that I got from the studio. This was the version that this guy got for me. And I paid over $200 for this, and he did not mix this shit right. Like, he promoted the studio, and he just didn't do it. But I said, the way that it sounds, I said, if I ever performed this song live, I would use this because I still paid money for it. So, but it just sounds really raw. So let's see, Best Me. Best Me. In my email. Let's play let's play one. Let's do one of these. Let's do this. The vocals just sound so raw. I love it. But it's not a good mix. This is a rough.
Exit 6. Laurent. Best me. Let's go. I'ma be the best me. It's all I gotta do. I'ma be the best me. I deserve the best things. I don't need no sympathy. People gon' remember me when they bet against me. Then people gonna lose. I'ma be the best me, but what I gotta prove. I'ma be the best me. You deserve the best things. Call before your jet leaves. All the ones ones in memory. We could yo, I face myself in verses. They just okay with verses. I want the best me, so I figured I'd create the version with all tires, y'all liars and them lanes just swerving. My word played me perfect placement. I know it makes you nervous. Couldn't pay my mom's back, even with the latest purses. You prayed away them curses all them days you stayed in churches. Them little boys, I know you hated how we played the cursing. That rap music draw influence and it plays its purpose. Enriched our lives, never basic when these raps will surface. I know how to rank you for it. I love you and I thank you for it. Mommy, you gave us your last. I'm putting you first. I'm sorry for the things we did that caused you to hurt. It go, I'ma be the best me. That's all I got. It go, I'ma be the best me. I deserve the best things. I don't need no sympathy. People gon' remember me when they bet against me. The people gonna lose. I'ma be the best me, but what I gotta prove, I'ma be the best me. You deserve the best things. Call before your jet leaves. All the ones in memory. Yo, a prized possession, but not picture perfect. I give advice over our meals because I think you're worth it. I'm flawed like your name when I write it out in cursive. I know my angels lurking, even if I intend your service. Help me complete my purpose. Keep me safe from them jealous ones that can't tell us none. Haters be like them broke hitters, that dirt weed who can't sell us none. Rap game, everybody wanna deal with the hell is this? A sell or something? The way they ride them ways, I'll mess around and get a sell or something. Defeating all my weaknesses, I don't even know what week it is, but the best is yet to come. I know it's hard for you to see it big. Through the hurt and loss and trauma, it's still strengthening up my armor. It's still people wishing me bad. I know they still getting that karma. I'ma be the best. Me, that's all I gotta do. I said that I'm coming for everything. I put that on everything. You deserve the better things. I deserve the better things. And when them go against us, then people gonna lose. I'ma be the best. Me, that's all I gotta do. Yeah, all right. So let's move it over, and I'm about to get up out of here. All right. So what else I want to do? No, I'm out. Yeah, let's get up out of here. This your boy LaRon, female rapper Lee. I hope all of y'all have a safe evening. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm out of here. Be safe, be blessed. I'm gonna probably do an upload later today, so just be on the lookout for that. And I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.